Some of the most capable handguns ever built never made it to American soil. Not because of quality, not because of demand, because of import restrictions, trade barriers, and regulatory walls that kept serious firearms out of reach for years. While American shooters settled for alternatives, these 5 were already proven in competition, in service, and in the field everywhere else. That window just opened. 5 Next Lev. This video is for educational purposes only and does not promote harm or unsafe use of firearms. Number 5. SIG Sauer P365 XMacro. There was a time when capacity meant bulk and concealment meant compromise, but the SIG Sauer P365 XMacro shattered that rule, and for a while, it felt like a platform, the US. The market wasn't fully ready to embrace. Now, it's everywhere, and for good reason. Born from the already dominant P365 lineage, the XMacro takes everything people trusted and pushes it into a new league. This isn't just evolution, it's controlled aggression in a compact frame. You're looking at a slim, carry-friendly pistol packing a full 1.7 round capacity, something that used to belong only to larger duty guns. That alone changes the game. But here's where it gets interesting. The integrated compensator isn't just for looks. It flattens recoil in a way you feel instantly faster follow-up shots, tighter control, and a shooting experience that feels almost unnatural for its size. Pair that with its X-Series grip module, and suddenly this compact pistol handles like a full-size weapon. This is what modern engineering looks like when it stops playing safe. For concealed carry, this means confidence, more rounds, better control, less compromise. It's the kind of handgun you trust not just to perform, but to dominate under pressure. And in terms of value, it sits in that premium range, but every dollar feels justified the moment you put rounds through it. This isn't just another micro compact. This is what happens when limits get removed. Number 4. Glock 43 XMOS. The Glock 43 XMOS didn't arrive with noise. It arrived with quiet confidence. A slimline pistol built for one purpose, deep concealment, without sacrificing Glock's legendary simplicity. But what made it stand out wasn't just what it was. It was what it refused to be. No bulk, no unnecessary complexity, just a clean, purpose-driven design that slipped under the radar until shooters realized how dangerous that simplicity really is in the real world. Built on Glock's proven safe action system, the 43 XMOS carries that familiar striker-fired reliability that has survived every kind of environment imaginable. But the real shift comes in its MOS cut, opening the door for micro red dot optics. That small detail changes everything. Suddenly, a compact carry pistol becomes a fast acquisition defensive tool, bridging the gap between traditional iron sights and modern reflex shooting. Its slim grip frame, paired with a well-balanced slide, gives it a feel that disappears on the body but comes alive in the hand. Recoil is sharp but predictable, controlled more by technique than brute size. And that's exactly the point. It forces discipline, while rewarding precision. In a world chasing high capacity and aggressive features, the 43 XMOS stays focused on reliability, concealment, and speed of deployment. It doesn't try to impress you on paper, it proves itself when it matters most. Price-wise, it sits in the mid to premium carry segment, but Glock's reputation makes it less of a purchase and more of an investment in certainty. This isn't a flashy handgun. It's a silent standard built for moments when everything else fails. Number 3. Taurus GX4. The Taurus GX4 entered the scene like a challenge nobody expected. A compact 9mm that didn't just compete in the budget category, it aimed to rewrite it. For years, concealed carriers believed real performance came with a heavy price tag. The GX4 quietly broke that mindset, proving that affordability doesn't have to mean compromise when the design is done right. At its core, the GX4 is built around a striker-fired system that feels surprisingly refined for its class. The first impression isn't luxury, it's purpose. A textured grip locks into the hand with a firm, almost aggressive bite, giving you control that feels far beyond its size. This isn't a pistol that tries to impress you with polish, it wins you over through function. But here's where things shift. The GX4's micro-compact frame hides a 1.3 round capacity in extended magazines, turning what looks like a minimalist carry gun into something far more capable. The trigger breaks cleanly with a short reset, making rapid follow-up shots more natural than you'd expect from a gun in this price range. In real-world use, it shines as a daily carry tool. Lightweight, easy to conceal, and dependable enough for defensive situations where hesitation is not an option. It may not carry the prestige of higher-end brands, but it delivers where it counts on performance under pressure. And that's why its value hits differently. It's not just cheap and usable, it's affordable and serious. The GX4 doesn't ask for attention. It earns respect every single time it's drawn. Number 2. Tisas PX-9 Gen 3. The Tisas PX-9 Gen 3 doesn't come from the usual names people associate with premium handguns. And that's exactly why it caught attention in the first place. It arrived from a different direction, unexpected, underestimated, and almost dismissed at first glance. But history has a pattern of ignoring things right before they prove everyone wrong. Built with a duty-sized frame and striker-fired system, the PX-9 Gen 3 feels like a bridge between old-world steel gun confidence and modern polymer practicality. The moment you pick it up, there's a sense of structure, solid slide movement, clean machining, and a grip design that feels engineered for control rather than aesthetics. It doesn't try to be delicate. It feels like it was built to be used hard. But here's where it changes the conversation. This platform comes optics-ready, in many configurations, paired with a crisp trigger system that breaks with more consistency than its price range suggests. The recoil impulse is steady and linear, making it easier to stay on target during rapid-fire strings. It's not flashy, but it's predictable, and in defensive shooting, predictability is power. The PX-9 Gen 3 is often seen as a value option, but that label doesn't fully explain it. What it really represents is capability without branding inflation. It gives shooters duty-size performance without demanding duty-size money. In real-world terms, it's a workhorse meant for range time, home defense, and serious daily readiness without hesitation. This isn't a handgun trying to prove it belongs. It already acts like it does. Number 1. AREX Delta Gen 2M. The AREX Delta Gen 2M feels like it was built in silence, refined away from the spotlight where expectations can't interfere with engineering. While mainstream brands fight for attention, this pistol took a different route, focused, deliberate, and almost surgical in its execution. And that's exactly why it's starting to earn respect where it matters most, in the hands of shooters who care about performance over reputation. At first glance, it's a clean polymer striker-fired platform, but the real story begins when you rack the slide. The machining feels tight, controlled, almost over-engineered for its class. The grip geometry locks the hand into a natural shooting position, reducing fatigue while improving instinctive aim alignment. It doesn't scream for attention, it simply feels right. But here's where things shift. The Gen 2 updates refine everything the earlier version started. Improved trigger feel, enhanced ergonomics, and optics-ready capability turn it into a modern defensive system, rather than just a standard compact pistol. Recoil is balanced and linear, giving the shooter a sense of calm control even during faster strings of fire. It behaves less like a budget alternative and more like a duty-grade sidearm that quietly bypassed expectations. In real-world use, the Delta Gen 2M shines as a versatile carry and defense option, light enough for everyday concealment, yet strong enough to stand in serious defensive scenarios without hesitation. It doesn't rely on legacy. It builds its own reputation every time it's fired. Outro. These 5 handguns were never just tools. They were statements waiting to be discovered. From compact concealment to duty-ready control, each one challenges what modern shooters expect from performance and value. Now the question is simple. If you had to trust one of them when it truly matters, which one would it be?